Hey YouTube, what is up? This is SC65 with my review video for episode 25 of Deadliest, where U.S. Army Rangers versus the North Korean Special Operation Forces. Now, for X factors, they had terrain, extremism, psych warfare, operational force experience, hand-to-hand combat, and discipline. Now, for terrain, the SOF got 88 compared to the Rangers 78, and I think that's totally fair because this battle took place on the Korean Peninsula, and that's like home to them. But the Rangers go everywhere, anywhere, and they're adapted to take to every landscape, terrain, whatever. But they're playing on Korea's home turf, so 88. So SOF got that one, and I agree. For extremism, the SOF got 90 to the Rangers 83. Now, I completely agree with this one as well, because the SOF would have themselves executed because they think that they are the weakest link in their team, and for operation's sake, they kill them. They get killed by their own squad. So, I agree with that one. For psych warfare, the SOF got 86 compared to the Rangers 74. Now, this one I also agree with, because imagine if a box mine, you stepped in a box mine and it blew off half your leg, and you're the squad commander. That's gonna have a huge impact on your squad and how deadly they are for the team. Yeah. So, I agree with this one completely. Operational experience. Rangers got 85 to the SOF's 78. Now I agree with this one a little more than, let's say, psych warfare. So yeah. Anyway, operational experience. They got that one because, well, they can go anywhere and they work as a unit and they're leading forces into every sort of battle, whatever. And so I agree with that one. 85 Rangers win that one. Hand-to-hand combat. Now this one I was actually surprised to see, because the SOF use bare hands, and they use taekwondo and lethal stuff that could happen. And for Rangers, they use kind of like something I would call dirty fighting, because they would like stomp on the feet, headbutt, and then they would pull up their equipment and fire. So, hand-to-hand combat goes to Rangers. Now for discipline, the SOF got 88 to the Rangers 83. Now, I know that U.S. is supposed to be one of the most harsh, the most disciplined in the world, actually, but Korea trains them that they should not fail, and if they do fail, they will be executed. So, in terms of discipline, yeah, Korea, that's just messed up. Now, let's get on to the weapons. For mid-range, the Type 68 was tested against the M4 carbine in eliminating 6 targets inside a command post. Although both rifles completed the test in 30 seconds, the Type 68 used only 13 shots, while the M4 used all 30 shots. The edge was given to the Type 68 for its greater stopping power. I agree with them because, well, I would rather be shot in the foot and have a tiny bullet hole, like maybe that big, in my leg than having my entire leg blown off. So, Edge Type 68. For long-range weapons, the SR-25 was tested against the PSL in eliminating 6 targets, 3 static, 1 moving, 1 hidden, and 1 counter sniper, during a simulated assault on a communications post. The SR-25 completed the test in 1 minute and 48 seconds, while the PSL completed the test in 2 minutes and 7 seconds. The edge was given to the SR-25 for its lighter recoil and 20 round clip capacity. Now this one I also agree with, because I would rather have 20 bullets to take out 20 enemies and 10 bullets to take out 10 enemies, and have the other 10 trying to figure out where you are. And you have to reload, which takes a couple seconds, and that couple seconds can make a huge difference on the battlefield. For explosive weapons, the box mine was tested against the M18 Claymore and eliminating a group of 3 targets. The box mine failed to trigger the point man's 100G shock patch, but still killed it with a potentially fatal leg amputation. While the M18 Claymore killed all 3 targets with his shrapnel spray. The edge was given to M18 Claymore for its high lethality. But you also have to consider psych warfare, like earlier. Because the box mine, if you blow off the commander's leg, the rest of the group is gonna be terrified. And it's just not gonna work. Now, for close combat, the NKSOF's Hapkido and Taekwondo combination was compared to the Rangers' SOCOM. The combination of Hapkido and Taekwondo relies on using the attacker's energy against them and attacking his pressure points, as well as using circular motions, kind of like what we saw with Rashput in Season 2, if you remember that. Hope you do. And quick strikes following up by a lethal blow, while the SOCOP relies on simple, quick, blunt force to do damage and make space. Both styles of fighting were deemed to be equally effective, but not factored into the simulation as weapons, although it did end up in the simulation. Now, here are some stuff that I've picked up on. This is the closest match in Deadliest Warrior history, as you all know. It used to be George Washington versus Napoleon Bonaparte, but this is even closer. And this is the only matchup so far without short-range weapons. I agree with that one because, well, they didn't have pistols or anything like that. And this is the second battle where a combatant eliminates himself and an opponent in a suicide. The third ranger, more wounded by the fourth NKSOF soldier, detonates a claymore, which kills both of them. The other one being smaller pirates versus the Medellin drug cartel, where Pablo Escobar commits suicide and kills himself and another pirate. So that has been my review for U.S. Army Rangers versus the NKSOF. That's about it. See you later, YouTube. Have a nice night.